This is one of those special moments.
I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Boy, she's tough. You old shit. I've known Terry Kelly since about 1963, 64. He's always been my mentor. Most of you know why we're here tonight. So much in life, we have people come through our lives for one reason or another. Some stay, some move along. Terry and I have known each other, like I said, 47 years or so. In that time frame, I've probably seen Terry since I moved to the east side of Detroit, maybe 3 times. 4 times at most. I may have talked to him on the phone maybe twice. But it's always so easy because of our lives to forget about certain people who are key. And I don't mean that we forget about them in a bad way, just that things happen. So we tend to lose contact with people over time. That does not mean that we don't remember them, and that does not mean that we don't love them anymore. It's just our mistakes as human beings for not rekindling that friendship throughout life. And that's a wrong thing to do. You know, as human beings, there's just some things that you need to keep. And if I could bottle this guy and put him in bottles and sell it, I could be a millionaire just because of who he is to me. Some of you here tonight don't know who the hell he is, and you came because one of us in the band was playing tonight or a friend of a friend told you. Terry Kelly started out in the music business way, way, way back. There was a point in time, and we're going to tell some stories. So we're going to get along to music shortly, but we're going to talk some stories. I'll never forget the time when Terry was 16 years old. He still hadn't gotten his first car. He was living up off of Meringue on Dutchess, if I remember right. Got pissed off with his mom and dad. Freezing cold, dead of winter. We lived on Fairview over by St. Jean and Kirchwell. You know how far that is away. Terry took the bus, no jacket, no shoes, no socks, nothing. He comes to the house. And like a lot of Detroit East Side homes, the front porch has the stoop, right? About 12 o'clock at night, everybody in the house, for the most part, is asleep, except for my older brother, who was kind of asleep. This young guy comes over, didn't want to wake Ma and Pa Hodge up. So what does he do? He climbs up on top of the stoop and starts knocking on Bob's window. Hey, Fish. Hey, Bob. My brother's sound asleep because his room was one room away from those front windows. Terry's up there freezing to death, shaking like a dog, you know what I'm saying? Finally, my brother comes to the window. By this point, he's made enough noise that the whole house is waking up. And we're wondering who the hell's on the roof, especially in the dead of night with snow on the ground. Who was it? Terry Kelly. For all of you who know Terry from the old days, Terry had this little thing about him when he's talking. A little hand thing going on. He's like, hey Bob, let me in the house, I'm freezing out here. So my brother opens the window, and naturally Terry crawls through the window, falls on the floor, makes enough noise to wake the dead in the next house. And it was just like, Ma comes upstairs and she goes, Terry, what the hell are you doing here? He goes, well, I had a fight with Mom and Dad, and I had no other place to go. You're my second mom, so I came here. Which was very typical with the Hodge family, if any of you know who Ma and Pa Hodge is. Just about anybody who came that was a musician, you were never turned down. If you needed a meal, you got fed. If you needed some clothes, you got some clothes. If you needed some gas money, back then gas was only 26 cents a gallon. Here's $1, go put 4 gallons in your car. Our time has come, our time has come. We all would like to stretch that for as long as possible. But as I said in the very beginning, we all tend to forget about friends. And in my business, you typically don't remember them until they're gone and you see an obituary somewhere. Or you do a benefit for the family to help pay the bills, because God knows all of us musicians, we're just richer than sin. So when I heard what was going on with Terry, it was because of that, this is going to happen tonight. This is the celebration of life for Terry Kelly. I've tried to do my best, and I'm sure glad all of you came, because it sure is very, very nice to see so many people come out, and I know it's because of the love. Yeah! It's not anything else. So many times in my career, I've had people say to me, you know, you're a great guitarist and you're a great singer. And trust me when I say this, I appreciate all those accolades. I really do. And I'm not going to say the bullshit that most stars do and say, I love you all, because I don't know all of you. So, you know, we start that right out of the gate.
Well, we're loving you right now.
Well, I thank you very much. Thank you. They say, well, how did you learn how to play guitar? And I've told this story, and I've embarrassed Terry already once, but this is a special occasion, so I'm going to embarrass him again. We were sitting at my mom and dad's house in the living room on Fairview. Terry was playing, and I was playing an old Silvertone, and he had his favorite Stratocaster at that time. And he played this guitar lick, which just blew me away, which a lot of his licks just blow me away. And I said to him, I said, Terry, play that lick again for me. With that little smile he has and a cigarette hanging off the end of the guitar neck. He plays a different line. And I look at him, I go, Terry, go back and play that other line again. He's got that little nose thing going like this that he used to have all the time. You think he was Peter Lorre or somebody. And he plays another lick. Now I'm frustrated. I'm like, come on, Terry, do me a favor. Go back and play the first lick again. Remember now, he's already played 3. And he plays a different lick. And I look at him and I'm like, why are you doing this to me? And he looked at me and he gave me the words of wisdom for me that make him my guitar hero. Dallas, when you hear it the first time, learn it. Use your ear and learn it. Out of all the things that I've learned in my life when it comes to playing music and doing what I do, that one statement alone is the basis for how good I am. Nobody could have ever done anything or said anything else to me that would make me feel like that. Because a lot of times people say, well, man, you got such a sweet vibrato. You know, how do you do that? I go, I'm going to tell you about somebody that you probably never heard of before. His name's Terry Kelly, and he's from the east side of Detroit. And he's the one who has brought this on. So if you want to blame anybody for how bad a guitar player I am, blame him. You sly little dog.
I used to live there.
I never will forget the first time I met him. He used to be a guitar player, kind of real crummy. Anyway, I knew this guy, made me think of another guy. Made me think of another guy. Dallas.
Just put it up to you, yeah? No, you don't owe him any money.
Hello? Yeah. No, we were just talking about it.
Don't.
think of that thing.